Hello and welcome back to Flow with the Grow. Today's episode, part 2 of the twin episode. Super excited. So if you're new here, first of all, big welcome. Secondly, go and watch. I would encourage you to go watch last week's episode, part 1, where me and my twin, we chat, we laugh, we drink wine, we tell a lot of stories. And again, this part 2, we talk more stories, we have more laughs, and we learn some more things about each other that we did not really know before. So it's a fun episode, and you can also find it on YouTube on the Flow with the Grow podcast YouTube channel. That will be linked in the show notes as well. So if you want to watch that, which I highly recommend for the full experience, watching the video, it's much more fun watching us talk and all of that than just in the audio. But either way, happy you're here. Before we get started, I wanted to talk more about Flow with the Grow's first partner. Woo woo, so excited. I started taking Athletic Greens a few years ago. Absolutely loved it. I even shared it to my social medias. I shared it with my friends because it was the first greens supplement that actually tasted really freaking good. And I just love the high quality ingredients. Oh my gosh, there's just so much to it that I absolutely love and appreciate. And so I recently started to take it again consistently now. And there's a lot that I've noticed. For me, I've noticed my sleep is better, which I didn't really expect, actually. I've noticed that I don't wake up as much during the night. To be honest, yes, here and there I will. There's times where I'm feeling kind of sick or it's that time of the month and I'll, wake up in the middle of the night. But for the most part, I don't wake up as much as I used to. I would wake up at least once in the middle of the night, and now I feel like I get better sleep. And not only that, but when I take it, it feels good. It feels healthy. And there's just something about knowing that I'm putting so much good into my body right away in the morning that makes me feel good. I started taking it because, well, first of all, I just kind of wanted to see what the hype was about greens and what it could do for me. I was also on the lookout for things that were going to help with my gut health. Kind of was getting more into learning about that, and then just things that was going to support, my immune system and put good into my body, and ingredients that I wouldn't normally get from everyday vegetables and greens. I love vegetables, but the reality is that I just don't get enough in my day. If I forced myself to, and I made a priority and I ate all the greens and vegetables that I needed to, I probably could do that. But like I said, the reality is that I just don't. And there's a lot of things and ingredients in Athletic Greens, nutrients that you're not gonna get from your everyday vegetables. So to answer maybe your question of what is Athletic Greens, what is this stuff? Well, it is a greens powder, and in one scoop, you're getting 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, whole food sourced superfoods. And all of these things are going to help you to support your gut health, to support your immune system, your nervous system, to help in recovery, in the aging process, in your energy, your sleep, and so much more. Personally, I love to have it right away in the morning. I will have it either after my workout or I will have it just before I go work out. I love to have it with about a cup, either mixed of water and coconut water or just coconut water. And if you're not into coconuts, like the coconut flavor, no worries. I'm not either. Coconut water does not taste like that, but it brings another flavor to the greens. I can't even explain it. It's so good. And I have tried mini greens in the past. I love experimenting, trying new supplements. So I have tried mini before, and this is by far the number one best greens I've ever tasted and had. If I were to describe the taste, it would be like a mild, tropically, even a little bit of vanilla-y, not a lot of vanilla-y, but a little bit type of flavor. And I've even brought the travel packs with me when I travel. So if I had, my family vacation or traveling somewhere on vacation, I would bring those with me. Super easy, super simple, so convenient. It's something that because I like to indulge when I'm on vacation. I indulge when I'm not on vacation, let's be real. But when I'm on vacation, I indulge a little bit more. Like, who doesn't? And so to have this packet with me to have in the morning and just to do something that I know is going to serve my health when I'm on vacation just brings a little bit more ease and makes me feel good. It's helped with my energy, my digestion, And what I really love is, like I just said, the simplicity of it. Instead of taking a multivitamin, a probiotic, something else for adaptogens, like all these products and supplements, it's really an all-in-one nutritional drink. So therefore, I'm going to be investing less. It costs less than $3 a day. It has been cheaper than my cold brew habit of getting a cold brew. That's $5 or more every day. If you're listening, you're a female, you know what I'm talking about. I love that it's going to fit every lifestyle, whether you are keto, paleo, plant-based, dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan. And I love that it has less than 1 gram of sugar. And I love that there is no additional additives or artificial flavorings or any unnecessary ingredients, but it still tastes good. It is also based on the latest science and it uses third-party testing. So I know also that I'm getting the best of the best. And here's the deal. It is one small micro habit that you can begin to implement to take care of you, to take care of your health. It's so simple, but can have and does have big impact. So with all that being said, it is time to invest a little bit into your health, make it super simple, start taking care of you. And because you are a listener of Flow with the Grow, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/flow. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/flow, FLOW. That link will also be in the show notes. So you can just click right from there, invest in your health, take ownership, invest in you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And also thank you for supporting me just by listening to the episode. And also if you do invest in this product, the supplement Athletic Greens, you're also supporting me and my business and Flow with the Grow, which means the world to me. So thank you in advance. All right, let's jump into today's episode with my twin, Hannah Nielsen.
Okay, so I remember like when we were in 8th. Okay, so first of all, the reason we got started was because Van Laken, one of our tech mods, he came up, me, you, and Molly, and was like, "Yeah, you three would be perfect for cross country." And he was saying that for like 2 years.
Yeah.
When you guys get old enough, 8th grade, like you guys would be perfect for cross country.
So that's why we said yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I loved being, I really liked it the first couple of years with like just the other people that were in it and stuff.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a fun group and a fun coach. Yeah. So I remember though, it was 8th grade. I think it was 8th grade because it was like our first year and practice and meets. You always ran faster than me.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was better.
Yeah.
Faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were competitive and
I was fed up and I was like, no. So a whole summer, I got my ass up every morning and went for a run. And
for senior year?
I don't remember. Junior, senior year, whatever it was. No, because you didn't run senior year. So it would have been like junior.
Oh, okay.
It was
you were faster in track. Senior year, you were faster, which will bring us to our other story.
Stop. Okay. So it was after our first year of cross country. I was sick of it. You were better than me. I was like, no, I'm going to beat her.
After our first year?
Yes. I remember this because in the summertime, I got up like every morning to go for a run. I was like, I'm going to beat her. And then in cross country practices and meets, maybe not all practices, sometimes we ran together, but like in meets and stuff, I beat you in every single thing. I beat you in everything.
I don't remember that.
In cross country.
Next year?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was after the first year. And I was better because you were in cross country for like 2 years.
8th grade, freshman, sophomore, junior.
And junior year?
Yes.
The whole year?
Yes. The only time I did not do cross country was senior year.
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. Because I remember after junior year and then like coming to senior, I was like, fuck this. I am not doing cross country.
Okay. Well,
but I remember is senior year, you were faster, like
in track. But I remember for cross country specifically, I ran long distances and I got up like in the summertime.
Senior year.
In the summertime, and I beat you first off, and I just was so happy.
Maybe that
it was after the first year.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
really think it was junior
I
year.
really disagree.
And then senior year track, you were faster.
Okay, well, let's move on from cross country and go to track.
Because in track, and I like recently have been telling this story too, so it's kind of funny.
People ask her what.
It just comes up like because we train like track athletes and we just get talking or whatever.
Mhm.
So this is during regions when we can qualify for state, and your 800 time was faster than mine.
And that meets my open 8 was qualifying time for state.
Right. No, yes. But my event, I was in the open 8. You were on the 4x8 team that team had already qualified for state.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to go to state, you should have been running the open 8 because
I was on the 4x8.
No, what do you mean?
I was on the 4x8
because you were going to go as an alternate, and because of this, you didn't go.
I was on the 4x8 team though.
I know for that meets. That's what I just said.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Sorry. God. No, that's what I literally just said. Okay, so this is regions.
Yeah.
This meet you can qualify for state.
Yep.
You were running on the 4x8 team who had already qualified for state. The 4x8 relay team already qualified for state.
And I was on that team.
No. The main to stop. Just let me tell a story. The main 4x8 because you were going to go as an alternate, and because we did what we did, Spielberg was like, "You're not going anymore for state. That was your punishment." She said you were going to go as an alternate, but because of what you just did, you're not going as an alternate. So let me tell the story. This was regions. I was running in the open 8. You were running on the 4x8 relay race. You were running in the 4x8 relay race. But it was a different relay team than who had already qualified and was going to go for state, the 4x8 team. So this is the whole reason we switched. Stop. So why not put you in the open 8 and me on the relay team? Because the relay team already qualified for state, whereas your time could have qualified for state in the open 8. So what?
I'm listening to the story.
So I can't remember whose idea it was, if it was mine or a friend or what, but we're like, let's switch so that you have a chance of qualifying for state as an individual doing the open 8.
Yeah, and I did not feel good about it.
You did not want to do it. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. And our friend was like, do it.
Such a bad feeling,
you know. So we switched
because I'm a pushover.
And the 4x8, the relay was first. So I ran on the relay in the race, and whatever that happens. And even like over the intercom, like, of course they say Sophie, like when I had it, but it was me. And Griff, one of our coaches, he like knew it was me, but he was like cheering me on and whatever. So after that happens, the coaches, rewind. Before we switched, we asked our coaches if we could make the switch,
and
so that you had a chance of qualifying for the open 8, since the relay team had already qualified for state. Mm-hmm. So there's no point. So yeah, they said no, and I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna do it anyways. So we switch. I run the relay. They're pissed.
They know.
I think it's Bilberg was pissed. They know instantly. We switched.
They should be like, heck yeah, show you guys.
They did not let you run the open 8. Yep. And Bilberg, I remember saying you were going to go to state as an alternate for the relay team. And because we switched and we like went by their backs and like they had already said no. This is the same brand as this.
Shut up.
Crazy. Josh got that.
Does he know what that means? Threesome?
Well, probably not. No. So anyways, which is going to bring me to another track story when I got my mind there. But this was senior year. So because we switched, she said, no, you're not going to stay as an alternate. You were going to go to stay as an alternate. She was going to bring you to stay.
So I'm pretty sure that she said that, yes, as an alternate, but did they score? Blackhawks. That
Go Sports.
I'm pretty sure that she said that not only was I going to be an alternate, but I was going to like actually run for my last year.
Probably. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And I was,
but then because we switched, that was a no-go anymore. And yeah, so that was that.
I'm so confused as we don't have to talk about it now, but
what are you confused about?
because I was on the medley 8, and that's where we switched, right?
Maybe it was the medley.
Because I ran the 4x8. That was the
Okay. Well, the medley.
Okay, let me just say.
Whoever had already qualified for state.
Wait, let me just say. Yes, it was the medley because I remember I ran the 4x8 every single time.
Okay.
And that's like one of the first races in track. And my time for that was qualifying for an open 8 per state.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Your time for the 800 run.
Yes.
Meter run. Yes.
Yeah. So I ran that, but that's when
Okay.
And sometimes I ran the medley 8.
That's
but
right.
Sometimes I didn't.
Yeah. But this
And,
one was the medley 8 that you were in. The medley
You were in
team
the
already
open.
qualified for state.
That's what it was.
I was in the open 8.
Yes.
Why not have you run the open 8? Because you have a more qualifying, faster time than me
Yes.
that year.
Yes.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that it was the medley. You're right. It was the medley team.
Tiana, did you just hear what happened? I would just say, yep. And she had said the one time that you beat me, and I'm like, like the 1 year, yeah. But no.
It's really drink till they're full.
Yeah, I accidentally, when we were talking about our future families and stuff, and she was like, we're deciding, she jokingly was like, and our kids are going to drink what when they're 12. Right. And I thought she was going to say, she was going to say something else. So yeah.
Is this good?
Yeah, I like it.
That's funny that it's the same brand.
I know, that's really.
So then on to my next track story.
Yeah, what is that?
When I got my minor. So I got my minor. I won't go into full on detail other than the fact that you ratted me out.
Oh my God.
Fucking ratted me out.
God, let me tell
I
my
cannot
story.
believe it. This is the optimum time to
do our twin
use the twin card.
Okay, let me explain.
We need to explain the story first.
Let me explain.
Let me explain the story first, and then you can explain that part.
Fine.
So just a quick background. It was like end of the school year.
This is not a track story.
It ends up being a track story. You'll find out why.
Okay.
So end of the school year, I'm 15. So we just got another freshman year. We were with friends. We wanted to go somewhere to drink. We're going to Clay County Park or something.
Yeah.
Campground. And older sibling friends, whatever, they're like, okay, if you go out there, just make sure you do not drink because cops make their rounds and they will find you drinking if you are. And we end up drinking, some of us, because it's like the last day of school and it's summer, and so we're gonna drink, and so we do.
I also had a bad feeling about that, so I
had a
didn't
bad
drink.
feeling. So you
That's
didn't
why I was
drink.
going to, but I had a bad feeling. So
But you didn't drink as much as I did, anyways.
I know, but I probably would have.
If you didn't,
But
have
I just had a super bad feeling.
yeah. So we're drinking. Cop comes up. Pretty much is stop or comes out and I don't know, comes out to talk to us and check on everything that's going on. And I think
You and Michelle ran off.
we ran off. Well, yeah, we ran off somewhere. Or maybe did we run off before the cop even showed up?
before they even showed up.
Like, hey, don't come back because cops
Yeah,
are there.
because you guys were to the bathroom.
We were eating ramen. No,
This was after. This was
Oh.
after because
Okay. I remember eating ramen trying to like sober up.
went somewhere. You went somewhere, and then or we knew that the cops were coming, so you guys grabbed the ramen, went to the porta
It was
potty, and started
something like that. Yeah.
eating it and sober up. And eat a bunch of ramen. Eat a bunch of ramen.
Okay. Anyways, you're still at the campground, the bonfire or whatever.
Mhm.
The cop is talking to you. Hey, were you drinking? Didn't he?
Let me explain this part now.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay. So I'm gonna explain what actually happened, and then I'm gonna explain what happened in my mind. Okay.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. So the cops come up and they're like kind of questioning us and people, and then all of a sudden he's like, and you, something like, weren't you were just like running in the trees, like why were you doing that? And I'm like, yeah. He said, oh yeah, let me tell it. And
What you should have said.
oh my God, stop.
Okay.
And I like kind of giggled, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't me. That was my twin. Okay, stop. So I know I own up to the fact that I fucked up. Okay,
You just
I should have. But what was going through my mind was nothing really, but it was blank. I didn't know what to do. I had never had this situation happen to me before. Like, speaking of which, we need to have our party at Dad's Yale house. Okay, so I didn't know what to do. I was just like in shock and scared, and I just like kind of froze. I never like dealt with this before, so it was just like on instinct, and not instinct, but just like whatever. So yeah, looking back, I should have 100% been like, well, yeah, I don't know what I was doing. And then they would have breathalyzed me, and then I would have blown zeros, and then
And
nothing
it
would have
would've
come of it. But then after I said that, he was like, well, I don't know. I don't even remember after that. He maybe asked us to like get a hold of you guys. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I remember someone calling us and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to come out here because the cops are here and take a breathalyzer." And we were young and dumb and didn't know what to do. And people were like ran in the bushes. And I think I must have ended up going back because I remember my next memory basically is sitting in the cop car crying. And he's like, "Oh, if you tell me the truth, and I'll try to make it easier in court, like whatever." Something dumb.
So what'd you do?
Well, I probably had to admit that I was drinking. I don't know. I probably did.
Yeah.
And then, like, mom was pissed because we called her, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
Good.
it was something like that. Well, then I took a breathalyzer and it was like 0.10 something. And I remember that because Bennett got a minor. Bennett was with us. He got a minor that same time. This is leading into another story.
Yep. I
Where-
know. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So me and Bennett got minors. Was there another kid then? And one of the other kids found my breathalyzer.
Oh, that
No.
was Steven's.
Yes, he found my breathalyzer thing and ended up giving it to me like a year later or something, or half a year later. I don't know. But it had it was like a 0.1 or something. Anyways, we go to court, or like we separately go to court for our minors. And
You and Bennett?
yeah.
Mhm.
And he ended up getting community service, had to pay a fine, got his license taken away, whatever. And I go to court, no community service, less fine. And I think I got my license taken away for however long. Come to find out though, because I always just thought like, oh, haha, like I got out of something, like I got out of it and you had to do more, you know what I mean? But come to find out, like literally a couple months ago when I was talking to Dad.
I am not happy about this.
Yeah. So our punishment with our dad because of this, and Sophie suffered the consequences, was we had to in like do yard work, and there was rocks like along the house in like a different area.
I always wondered why
Like,
you made us do all
handpicked.
that.
Hand-picked all the rocks, washed them, and hand-picked them and put them all back. And I feel like there's a ton of
There's
yard work.
way more
There's
yard work, and I'm like, why
yard
are
work,
we
and then there was like
do
that messy
this?
like area. We had a ton of yard like work that we had to do. And well, it was for our punishment, but come to find out, the reason I didn't have community service was because Dad had talked, or like was in talks with the judge or whatever about everything that we were doing. The judge, knowing that we were doing more than whatever community service that we would have done would have been like easy, but Dad like kept tabs on what we were doing and how long it was taking and all of that. And that was like our punishment. And that's why I didn't get community service, was because Dad wanted us to be punished more than what the community service would have had me doing.
And I had
Literally just found this out a couple of months ago. Yeah, no shit.
Oh my god!
No shit.
It's not my fault that she was drinking. I didn't shove it down her throat.
You don't
You
know that. You
Thank
don't.
you.
You don't know that.
No, you don't, because
If you would have just,
no, you don't know that because something else could have happened.
well, probably not.
Whatever.
Anyways.
I know. Looking back, I feel bad. I'm like, I could have done this, and
Yeah, but
this, whatever.
it's like we were 15 years old. I was 15.
yeah, and it just happened.
Because of this
So
minor. So then back to track. Because of this minor, the school policy is if you get a minor or whatever, you miss the next sporting event. That year, our team qualified for the state track meet. I was on the 4x8 team. That was my next sporting event. So I had to miss state track. Also, the year that our girls team won first place. As a team, we won first place. We
Yeah,
won
I
state
remember
track.
that. Oh, and yours, yeah, because you were supposed to run that.
And I was supposed to run in the 4x8 team, but that was my next sporting event. So I could not run. Someone else had to run the 4x8.
right. Yeah.
And I could not. I still went. And I remember like them taking the picture, and I was like kind of out of it. Like, I didn't know if I should get in or not. And Griff was like, no, come on, you're part of this team. So then I got in the picture. I know he's the best. But so that, and I remember like after, who was the main head track coach senior year?
Goldberg.
No. But Mac. It was Mac before Billberg, the bigger guy.
Well, yeah, I know
Griffin
what that
Mac.
is, but
It was Mac. I know it wasn't Billberg yet, but I'm saying that was our senior year.
that
No,
no, this
this would have been like sophomore, freshman year. This
Yeah,
is our freshman year.
Goldberg was our last year because she was the one that made me not run.
I know, but I'm
economics.
saying that she was not the head coach when this happened.
Okay.
because it was a freshman.
Yeah.
Freshman.
Okay. Seriously. That
Max,
was senior year, though. Yeah.
I think that's He was so pissed, and I remember not going to practice that day because of like what happened. And I remember like looking and seeing everyone was gathered on the track, and he was just like getting pissed. Like, you guys better, like, we have the state track, man, you better not do anything to fuck this up. Like,
I don't.
but saying that because of, well, I don't know if you were there because were you on?
Mhm.
Like, oh, well, I don't know.
Was
But I
that the
just-
Corvette team for that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, it was.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you were or not, but I just remember him like getting pissed at everyone else because of what I did. And he was like telling other people like not to do that because
Mhm.
obviously that's the consequence of doing stupid things.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was my story.
Good story looking back. And actually, I'm pretty sure I remember like one time saying, like, telling that, and I don't know if, like, probably not now, but like soon after high school, that was like remembered for a little bit. Like, it was.
What I did, my thing? Or what do you mean?
No, not that. I just mean when we switched places.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
That story.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was.
About track,
What were we just talking about?
state track, getting a minor, community service.
Was that your cat? I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Okay. What's next? And I remember being really, like, when she said I couldn't go to state, I just remember being so mad. I went on such like a long, hard run. And even Michael said, like, she's pissed because he could tell. Because, like, I went to the weight room and like started lifting and stuff too.
Yeah.
And he could just tell.
Yeah. Okay. Did that twin telepathy? We've never really
Oh,
had.
because someone asked if we had twin telepathy. No.
Let's try to get through some of this. So twin telepathy, no, we've never really had that. Just like our language when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie's first time drinking. Oh my.
Okay,
God.
let me say what I remember.
Yeah, what do you remember?
Than you.
Remember anything?
Okay, here's what I remember.
Oh my God.
I remember we could have got fucked by our dad coming in, but he never even came over to our room because they were like,
Yeah,
four
where were
rooms
we
down.
at?
Okay. Family reunion. We're at a family reunion. It was in Omaha. It was really the Omaha family on dad's side. And Yvonne was there,
right.
Haley,
Yes.
like Alicia. So we were in the room, and I think like Alicia or Haley, like, they invited people even they didn't even know too. Like, from what I remember, Alicia or someone invited guys that they didn't even know. I think that ended up being bad on one of their parts, or like something happened. But all I remember, and this is why I cannot, and maybe I wouldn't like this anyway, but I can't drink like dark alcohols like Crown, Braun, like any of that, because that's what it was.
It was Crown.
It was Crown. Don't remember, but yeah, okay. So I remember because on the Kelson side, people would have like, we had a couple times where people brought alcohol and like drinks and stuff. And I never I drank it, but I never like felt anything. But that time, family reunion, I knew that I got drunk because I mean, you can tell when you're drunk or not now, but like your first time, it's like, you don't really know unless you actually get drunk.
Yeah.
And so I remember getting like the spins and feeling just like, holy cow, this is what it feels like to be drunk. And it was kind of fun at first. But then all I remember looking back now, this makes sense because I remember like I had no filter. I said what I thought. I did what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't hold back at all.
Yeah.
It was whatever. And at the time I was dating Brock.
Oh God.
From high school. And that was, yeah. So I remember just being like, I want to call him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Doing that. And I think it was a voicemail because he didn't answer. And I was just like, I love you.
Oh
and I'm drunk and whatever it was. I know that high school, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
I remember. Here's what I remember.
So
you were like on the bed.
Oh, wait. I remember. So I remember that. And then I remember Yvonne, like you and Yvonne trying to like help me or whatever. And then the next day, like being so hungover and also realizing that dad could have come. He said one time, he's like, I wasn't gonna come. I don't know if he said this or if I just like thoughts in my mind that he could have come down, knocked on the door, checked on us, but he didn't because like just let us be like with Yvonne or whatever. But
okay, what can you imagine? But like one of the things, like the main thing I remember is like you were just like on the bed, like just fell off the bed.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well,
So it's
yeah.
like rolled up.
I don't even know. Yeah, you were like halfway on the ground. You just fell on the ground, and that's like one of the main things I remember.
I do not.
Well, yeah, you're
I
wasted.
remember that.
Yeah.
That was
So
was
that yeah,
not
that was my first
good.
time. Okay. Fool's
Oh,
Day.
yeah, so-
Oh.
Because okay, so a lot of times we switched places a few times in elementary school. I don't think middle school really, but elementary
No,
school.
just elementary school.
Yeah.
A few times, yeah.
And I mean, the kids gave it away, like the teachers
They
knew,
But there
whatever.
was one year where the one teacher had no idea.
She was a substitute teacher.
Maybe that's what
She was a sub. And she had no idea. And later we came back, and I don't know if it was to talk to her or because she like found, she like, or not found,
Or we,
but
like,
we
I mean, it
told,
was the end of the day.
we left something or whatever. Yeah, it was
It was the end of the day.
She was like, really? I had no, like, she had no idea.
Yeah.
Did not know. So that was the only time that we like fooled someone like switching places.
Yeah.
But
So like pretty much yeah, all our friends and the other kids
Mhm.
knew. So they like either said something and the teacher knew,
Mhm.
or just that one time she had no idea.
yeah.
Shoes and holes. Dragging shoes and mom being mad.
Wait, what was it?
Shoes and holes.
Yeah. Okay. Shoes and holes and dragging shoes. I don't know what the holes are. Oh, yes, I do know. Yeah. Okay. Before we get into the holes, so our feet, when we were wearing like flip flops, for example, when we walk, we would drag our, like
yeah.
the shoes would drag.
Yeah.
And she would get really annoyed by that. I've done that before in front of Kiana too. And she's just like, has said how loud I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Josh has told me the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, but the holes. So I didn't know this until you told me.
Told?
that- Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Holes in socks. You told me that this happened to you, and then at a very you
Because of my
asked them.
shoes.
You
Yeah.
asked them, and they're like, "That doesn't happen." And then you
Yeah.
told me that, and I'm like,
So
"Happens to me."
my tennis shoes, every single pair of tennis shoes, I end up getting a hole
in the very top, like where the toes are, in the very, very
like
top.
very top where the big toe is. I end up getting a hole on both sides of my feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why does this happen every single time? And I was talking to my coworkers about it. And I can't remember exactly how it went, but we figured out that they're like, you walk with your toes up. Like every time you take a step, my toes are like up, pointed up, and it keeps rubbing on the shoe. And that's where the holes come from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not normal. Like you don't walk
You
like
don't do
that.
that
Like when
either.
you walk, your toes aren't up against your shoe. And they're like, no. And then you said that's what happens.
And then I started realizing, I think I realized that I had like any running shoe or like any shoe that I've worn a lot, there's holes on the very top.
Yeah.
And I started noticing I was walking one day, just like doing what I normally do walking. And I noticed that
Listen.
I do that. And then I tried not doing that and it felt weird to me.
Yeah. That's just how we walk.
It's weird.
But it's not normal, I guess.
Didn't know that.
Nope. Big comfy couch. Oh, I was gonna bring lunettes. Shoot, we could have had them both here. Because you have Molly still, right?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Yeah, lunettes like up in the closet somewhere.
How rude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
On the floor for like a week straight.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Wow.
That's different
Wow.
than you're locked up in a closet.
Kind of locked up.
In a closet. I think it was just like on the chair. Or
So
something.
the big comfy couch was like, we watched that show all the time when we were younger. And then I have the Lunette doll and you have the Molly doll.
And there's been twice where I was at an airport and there was one where it was a concession lady person getting food and one who was the security, like going through suitcases or just like bags and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, is that a Molly doll? Thank you for making my day. Like she just like knew what that was, knew what Molly was. And she had never seen anyone who has had a Molly doll or like knows what that is. Yeah. And then same thing at the gas station. She's like, oh, is that a Molly doll? From the comfy couch? Yeah. So only like a few people have ever.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
But actually when I was when we were at, where were we? Oh, bachelorette party. Arizona. Yep. So I had someone, we had
Arizona?
No, when we were at the bachelorette party.
Who's?
Maggie.
Oh, in Omaha.
Yeah. So we had someone come watch, like take our dog out and stuff.
Yeah.
And one time, this was the night that we went out on the party bus. And she sent me a picture and she's like, just like having fun, like playing with things or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, awesome. And she's like, yeah. And then we also played with that doll in the corner. And I look at and then I open the picture. And Molly is in the very corner. And I'm like, yeah, all you can see is like her feet. Molly in the corner, like all you can see is her feet. And I didn't see that at first until I reread it and then opened up the picture and looked at it and saw that it was Molly. And I'm like, I started bawling. Are you serious? Yeah, I started crying at Maggie's bachelorette party. And I was like, that night? Oh my God. It was in the very beginning. You were pumping.
Oh.
And I told her, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, well, actually, like, that's not one of her toys. Can you just put her up or whatever? And she like felt bad. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Should I turn around? And there's a little bit of the, like on the neck, there's a little bit of a rip, but that's it.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm shocked.
What if her head ripped off?
Honestly, I'm shocked it didn't. And we think Nova knew because when she plays with toys and you're holding on to something, she's like pretty rough. Even with like newer people, like it seems like she would.
What would you have done
rougher.
if the head was ripped off?
Well, she said, well, I would have, I would probably,
You don't
I
think about that?
think about it. I probably would have cried. That's too much. I don't know. I would have sad. I would have cried. But then also she said that your aunt could sew whatever.
Oh, you were, yeah.
So there's like a little bit of a rip right here. And I think in one other spot too.
Oh.
So yeah. And I remember the day we got those dolls. Do you?
No.
I remember I was in the car looking up and they were like, we were just like picking out we just were picking it out. I don't know.
Oh, we picked it out?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't
just remember.
I never knew that. I didn't.
Yep.
Oh, tattoo we got. Willie will do that. The house parties. Oh, and I thought
You put a couple of things in there. Okay, so at our dad's actually our grandparents in Vermillion, the Yale House. It was at the time we were like juniors or seniors. I don't know. And it was a rental.
Yeah.
And we had a couple parties.
Oh,
like,
we had a few parties. Yeah.
And one time we both got pretty drunk and Doug was there and then Tanner. So Tanner went home.
Yeah.
He went home and he called us. He called Doug because he was like sober.
Yes.
He called Doug and just said, hey, because Tanner's dad was like a dispatcher or whatever. And
He had a
Tanner
dispatcher.
heard on the
We're going
dispatch.
to Alec Aroba house. We're going to the Aroba house. Tanner was just at this party. He's driving home. He hears we're going to the Aroba house. That cops.
Well, he heard at home or with his dad or no, he wasn't. He was at home, I think.
Well, something.
Whatever.
He found out that the cops were going to the Aroba house. And so he called Doug and was like, cops are coming. You get everyone out. And so we did. We left.
We
got
ran
everyone
to
out.
Prentice Park.
We ran. Everyone got out of there. Yeah.
Running. Doug was getting everyone out, like kind of cleaning up a little bit. We just ran. And if it wasn't for Tanner, we would have got
we got
busted. And but then later that night, we didn't get caught, but later that night, the cops went to our mom's house, knocked on the door. Mom was pissed.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it was that night.
I never knew that.
What? I think you did. Yeah, that night. I'm pretty sure it was that night when
Cops did not come to our house. I remember being there and I remember Doug being there. We were like talking and I didn't think she even knew that we were
unless something different. Unless
I don't think. No.
There was one time when the
No.
cops came, or was that when you got your minor? There was one time when the cops came to mom's house.
No,
And
no,
knocked
the
on the door.
cops had called mom while I was in the cop car and she had to come get me or get us and she was
There was one
pissed.
time when she got
But-
to the door.
But no, I have no memory of that. What I remember is us talking to mom like in the living room and Doug's there, like us acting like nothing happened. Like, I don't know if she even knows that we had this party there. Yeah.
I thought it was that night.
I don't ever remember cops coming to mom's house.
Did we go back home or what happened?
Yeah, we're at home.
We went back home.
Yes.
I could have swore it was like that night.
What?
No, I went to.
I'm saying after
Mom's.
we ran from the house, from dad's house, I'm saying we went back home to mom's house.
Mhm.
I don't remember any time where cops came to mom.
Yeah, because
And
we
knocked
knocked
on the
if,
door.
if it happened, and it was that night, that it was before we got there.
I just don't remember
Okay,
that.
I don't know, but anyways, yeah. So we had that, and then if it wasn't for Tanner, we got busted,
Yeah.
but it was fun. And do you remember that one time when Denny?
Wild turkey.
wild turkey in the freezer. Took it out, just chugged it in dry heat.
Terrible.
It was terrible. And his mom came and
Yeah, and then
oh,
Callan broke a window in our
I
basement.
forgot about that.
Window was broken.
That's pretty good.
He like kicked it in. I think he was trying to get in or get out or something. He kicked it in and broke. And then I have a story where it was after one of the parties. I don't remember. No one else was there. It was like you had to leave for something. Like, I don't know if you had to go to practice or work out or what, but it was only me in the upstairs, like master bedroom, the main bedroom. It was only me. No one else was there. So I don't know where you are at this time. You had to have gone somewhere. It was only me because I specifically remember all of this. It was like so scary. So, yeah, you must have had practice or went to work out or something. You were gone.
Is this like midday?
This was like the next day after a party, the next morning.
The next morning. Okay.
So I swear I heard like mumbling and voices downstairs. And then my first thought was shit, because it was up for sale. So I thought, shit, there's people here coming to look at the house and it's probably a mess and smells like alcohol. So I remember like looking out the window, there was no cars in the driveway. And I tried to get a little closer. I swear I heard mumbling and talking. And then, so I'm like, okay, that's where there's no cars in the driveway. So no one's here. I must just be hearing things. I swear next I heard footsteps coming up the stairs, going in the hallway, going to the bathroom, and the faucet running water turning on.
I remember telling that.
I remember this because then I went into the bathroom and obviously the faucet was not running. And at this point, I'm like freaking out.
I remember you saying this. I remember you saying that
Yes.
you heard the faucet. This
Yes.
doesn't surprise me because I remember.
And then I got out of there. Someone must have came to pick me up or something but like I didn't have a car or anything. I remember not having a ride out. I must have called someone to come pick me up and take me home. I don't know who it was.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me because I remember we've talked about with other family members stories of things like that happening, like that house
And other family members.
other family members having experiences where they hear
Which brings
stuff.
me to my next thing. I constantly, to this day, like at least a few times a week, have dreams about the Yale house. Like,
Serious?
yes, this is a recurring thing that I have. This is current. And it's like, I don't know if you say like nightmares or what, but there's scary dreams where it's like the house is haunted. It's like out to get me, out to kill me. Like you can't get in, you can't get out, like type of thing, like straight out of a haunted movie. And I've had a couple where it's like you're stuck in the house. You are stuck in the house, and I'm like trying to get you out, but it's like a scary movie where the house sucks you in and like won't let you leave. Like you can't go.
Oh my God.
But I have these dreams like all the time.
That's creepy. Yeah. That's PTSD.
Well, I don't know if it's that. It's just like haunted.
Yeah, it is.
And then I'll have like scary dreams about that basement. Like being in the basement and there's like
I mean, I
ghosts
remember
and stuff.
like people like later on, like family members talking about things that they've heard.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's
house.
why sometimes I have those dreams too, is just from like hearing that, like, and then
That's insane. Especially if you heard that faucet.
I literally heard water running. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You have some
Mhm.
PTSD with that, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Holy cow. Do you remember, because there's something else since it was parties.
I was
but
gonna say
don't
something
remember.
else too, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There was that one time where the house, and maybe this was after when the cops got called when we went home, and we had to, it was some after the party, we went home, like, and we knew the house was a complete mess, and it was me, you, and Sierra, and we were getting ready to go back to the house, and like knowing that we just had this huge mess to clean up.
Oh yeah.
We go back and it's like spotless. Everything is cleaned up. There is nothing, like no alcohol out. There's nothing, no trash. It was completely cleaned up, and we were going to clean it up, and we knew that it was going to be a complete mess. And we get there and
Spotless.
everything. It was Kylan and Doug, wasn't it?
Well, I thought
It was Doug for sure. No, I'm pretty sure Kylan was with them. There was someone else with him who helped clean it up. And it was someone I was like, oh, really? Or you stayed to clean it up.
That's insane.
But yeah, the next, like, he stayed all night and cleaned it up.
There's one night when me and Doug stayed up all night. We got some chocolate, like cheesecake or something, then went around town and walked parkour. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Not good. But do you remember? Okay, quickly. Gosh, yeah, there was something at the party, but I can't remember what it was. Do you remember the car accident?
Oh
I mean,
my
how
God.
could you
How
forget?
do we not have that
I
on
know.
here?
I know. I just thought of it.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
Okay, good.
the
Okay,
car accident.
correct. I want to hear your point of view because I've told people like what I remember,
Really?
and I just want to know what.
Okay,
you
so here,
remember.
and then you say what you remember. So I remember we're driving home. We're at like Andy Peterson's cabin or something, like towards the Yankton side, and then we're on that highway driving back to Vermilion, and driving. And honestly, I can't remember if I looked down at the radio, if I looked down at my phone, but I remember driving, and all of a sudden, just bam! Or no, I remember you being like, "Oh my God," or doing something, or like, or "Oh my God," or like looking up. It was something like that, and it was so quick from that to bam, we were hit. We're rolling. I remember my arms were on the steering wheel, and I remember you were on top on the dashboard, and I've
seen that?
yeah. I literally feel like I was
Oh, I bet.
holding you in because like you obviously didn't have your seatbelt on. You were on the dashboard. And I remember you being on top, like, yeah, dashboard. As we were rolling, we like made eye contact. It was so slow, yet so fast at the same time. And I remember tightening up, and I honestly feel like I was holding you in. My arms were so tight on the steering wheel, and you were right there. And I literally feel like that's the main thing I remember, was like I was holding you in as we were rolling.
I'm
And
gonna cry.
yeah.
I'm gonna cry. I'm like starting to tear up.
And but I think I had my seatbelt on because I had like marks, but then I think when I looked down, my seatbelt was off. So I don't know if it came off or what, but I had marks as if I had my seatbelt on. But anyways, yeah. So then that happened, and I like didn't know what happened. And then I remember a guy coming over to help us, and I'm like, oh my God, was that my fault? Like, what happened? And he's like, no, it wasn't your fault. This guy ran a stop sign and hit you. And so yeah. And then like later on, come to find out that if had that guy hit us like milliseconds sooner, it would have been on my side, like in my door, because it was the back seat driver's side that they hit. But had it been within milliseconds, like just earlier, they would have hit me on the driver's side, and I probably
And we both maybe would have.
yeah. But yeah, you weren't even wearing your seatbelt. I remember holding you in.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. I did not.
What do you mean? How do you remember it?
We've never asked each other how we remember it.
So how do you remember it? Tell a story.
I don't remember you saying that you felt like you held me in.
That's like the main thing I remember. Do you remember making eye contact?
Probably. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I remember tensing up and feeling like I was holding you in
Yeah.
because you
probably did.
flew easily up from that. My arms were here, and yeah, had they been down,
I would have gone right out
Seriously.
that window,
yeah.
but you like caught me. Oh,
I remember being so tense, and I remember thinking at the time, like obviously, like, oh my God, like this, what's going on? But I remember also thinking like, okay, I'm like holding you in. So how do you remember it?
I'm gonna start to cry. Okay.
Don't cry.
I have tears forming in my eyes.
See, this is mom's right to the
Yeah.
side, and I'm like,
oh my God. That's like that's.
but do you remember making eye contact with me?
Okay, I'm gonna. This
Do you
makes.
remember eye
Okay,
contact?
let me
It's a yes or no question.
let me explain my story.
Okay. God.
Yes, my answer is yes. Okay. That changes everything for me.
Are you serious? You never like realized that?
No, I'm like feel like I'm. Yeah, I did not know that.
Okay,
That's
so
like
tell me-
insane to me.
Tell me your side.
So I remember, I'm surprised that I do this still because I do it, but I think about it every day. But I like will lean back in my seat and I remember having my head back like this. Okay. And I still do
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, I still do that to this day, which I'm surprised that I can actually do that, but I think about it a lot. So
I remember you telling me this.
the night before, I got pretty freaking drunk. I was pretty hungover.
We were out.
Yeah, I was pretty hungover. And I remember leaning back, head back, eyes closed, thinking I should put my seatbelt on. Holy shit. Hold on.
No way. I never knew that.
Okay. I know we've never talked about it before until right now.
Oh my God.
So I was back, my head, because remember dad would always pound it into us.
I
like,
know. That's
buckle
why
up,
I
buttercup,
literally always
buckle up. Every time we would buckle up.
Yeah, I'd feel weird if I didn't buckle up. That's why I'm pretty sure I had my seatbelt on.
Yeah. So I was back here, my head was back, and I was thinking I should buckle up. And I even was thinking I feel weird if I'm not buckled up.
Yeah,
Like, even now I feel weird if I don't buckle up.
I have to buckle up.
And so, like, I had my gut talks to me a lot, and it was like I knew I was like, this is a bad idea, and I was like, I should buckle up, but I'm not. And I
you were
didn't-
just
I didn't
like
buckle up.
hungover.
I didn't buckle up. Yeah, I was like, I'll be fine, but also I had something in me telling me to like buckle up, but I didn't. And okay, so I was like this, and then this is what I remember is all of a sudden I feel impact. And I didn't know I was so confused. I did not know what was going on. I feel the impact. And this is slow. Right now it's a slow motion. I remember like coming up and being like shocked and then looking at you. You were looking at me. Like, this was like in my mind, this is like midair. Yeah. All of a sudden, bam, we hit and we were rolling. Hold on. And what I remember was holding my hands like this and prayed for the car to stop. Like, please stop. Yeah. I never like prayed to God before, and I just was thinking like, please God, please stop the car. Please stop.
Same thing.
Yeah. And it was like this the entire time.
So
And
do you feel like you were holding yourself in?
Okay, yes, because I remember like I could feel like I had something here and something here in my arms, like holding myself in. Like I felt like I was just like able to touch your arms. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember like having
Your arms were like this when mine were like this. But do you remember being like here, like on the dashboard, facing me?
Because then when it stopped, I opened my eyes, and yes, I was facing you. I was on top of the dashboard, and I just remember like kind of we were asking each other if we're okay. The guy comes over, he's like, "It's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's okay." And like he was just trying to help us get out, and I just remember like I just was like, I was in shock.
I was shocked, like I was shaking, like
I don't even know. And
how did we had literally nothing. Scratches.
No bruises, no scratches.
Whoa, I had scratches from the glass.
Oh, I don't think I even had anything. Maybe some scratches.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I remember
a lot.
I remember at the doctor's place or whatever, he's like, it is a miracle that you walked away from that. Like, it's a miracle that you didn't get thrown out. Because in that situation, since I wasn't wearing a seatbelt,
and at that time,
normally people get thrown out.
And you were like tiny at that time.
Yeah, I was very tiny at the time.
Was it our senior year?
I think it was, it was. It was either senior year going into
like
college.
summer going into college.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And and I just remember them saying like, it is a miracle, like you didn't get thrown out.
And that's when I remember they said
we were still in the car, and that's when they said.
They told us the amount of air that we had. I can't remember how much it was.
So like
they told us how many times we rolled, how much 10 feet,
7 feet. I don't know.
No, like
when we're in the air.
Yeah,
like quite a bit.
I think. And but that's when they said had the car hit or the truck.
I never knew if it was sooner or like later. But if it was sooner,
it hit the driver's side back seat. So had it been like it was like like nothing, no time at all. Had it been that, then it would have hit.
And it would have been completely different story.
My side.
Who knows what happened
like
then?
Milliseconds.
Yeah.
That like
and then
whatever and
I mean, I think we later found out that the guy had said that his brakes weren't working.
Yes, that's what we found out was the brakes weren't working. That's why he ran the stop sign.
But he never apologized. Like, no, I don't even know.
Well, there was someone who called the hospital or called someone and asked how we were doing. So I don't know if it was the guy that hit us or if it was the guy that came to check on us. I don't know.
Oh.
But there was someone who called and asked how we were doing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I can't remember who told me that, but
I did not know that. Yeah. And then I remember like, this was so wild. Like, cause we then got connected with mom and then we went to Mr. Smith's to eat. And I'm like, I can't, like, how are we eating? How are we here? I can't. I
remember going to, I remember later on being with Josh and going to someone's, it was like, he turned 21 I think it was Lane or something. And we like went out to the bar. And I remember like later on in the night, I like went back out to the car. I'm like, I can't, like, I don't even know why I'm like here. I like felt bad for being out. And it was just crazy. Like that morning we were in a car accident.
Yeah.
And like,
Did you know that Nick Mart and Brock drove by our accident?
what do you mean?
So I think this either came from Nick or Brock that I think it was Brock that they drove by our accident and they're like, shit, they're having a bad day. But they didn't know. They didn't know it was us. Oh my God. They didn't know
I think
it was
I
us.
remember maybe you telling me that at some point. Like that sounds
And then be like, that was our car. Because I think we had posted the picture of the car, which I think Dad told us to take it down.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to see it. I just want to see it again. But
it was kind of dumb. Someone like one of us like right after posted.
Yeah, posted
about
it. And
about us and it was like we should have.
Yeah. And then I think like after that one of them like realized that it was us. Or like they like oh shit. I don't know if I knew that. Yeah.
They're having a bad day.
Yeah. That's like what do you like? Yeah, they're having a bad day. That's what he like said.
That is crazy. I mean, yeah.
And
wow.
But then I just remember thinking like being on Mr. Smith and be thinking like I have no option. Like, should I eat right now? Like, I can't be doing
texting, but I'm listening.
You can send it, whatever.
No, I know I'm listening.
It's fine. Go ahead. And you can send it.
I know. I'm
okay.
multitasking. I'm listening.
So, but yeah, I just remember thinking what. And then I don't know about you, but like I think about that every day. Like every day when I'm driving.
I don't think about it every day. No.
Oh my gosh.
But
I think about every time I'm in a car. For sure.
I mean, it definitely crosses my mind. Yeah.
Oh man. Every time I'm in a car, I think about it.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah. And then I remember, when I slid into that ditch recently. Do you remember that? Oh, do you remember that?
No.
No. Send that. Hurry up and send that so I can tell this story.
Well, I'm listening.
Okay. I was driving it was from Sioux Falls because I think I mentioned in our Snapchat or text group. And, I was driving from Sioux Falls to Brookings. It was in the morning time. It had snowed the night before. Like I should have known that I was maybe going to be icy.
Yeah.
And driving.
When was
this? Okay. This was like a month ago.
Okay.
A couple months ago. So I had gotten up early because I had a dentist. I think it was a dentist. Yeah, I had a dentist appointment, I think. Mm-hmm. And at like 8 or 9 o'clock. So I was up pretty early, like getting there. And I remember the moment I woke up, I had a bad feeling. I remember like leaving Nova and Broccoli saying bye, but sometimes I'll get like visions or thoughts, like, and one of the thoughts was like, okay, so this sounded really bad. It was like a picture and thought of like me dying.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like that something was going to happen. Something was going to happen. I was going to die or something.
Hey, you went to the ditch like a month ago?
Yeah, this was recently.
Did I know this?
Well, I said it in our sisters or text group or something, but maybe not. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I just had a horrible feeling. Something was going to happen. And I was driving and going. I knew I was kind of going too fast, so I tried slowing down. But sometimes I'm like, well, I don't know if cars think I'm going too slow, and like, should I go faster? I don't really know. So it was kind of getting worse to like towards Brookings. And I remember like this entire time from Sioux Falls to like Flandreau from where I was in my mind, I was constantly thinking that I'm going to get in an accident or I'm going to slide or something's going to happen. And I was driving after a bridge and all of a sudden I was sliding, I was turning like this. And then all of a sudden I went backwards into the ditch. And I don't remember in the car accident if I was shaking, but I have never shaken so much in my life. And a truck came to the street and was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I remember like, I was in the ditch and I remember like, cause I remember when I was sliding, I slid quite a bit. And I remember like just hoping that I wasn't gonna roll or like go onto the other side of the street or whatever. Cause I got kind of, by the end of it, I was almost to the other side of the street or like to the other like interstate.
Yeah.
And
wait, where were you at when this happened?
Between Sioux Falls and Brookings.
Okay.
The interstate. And then have you not been listening?
I haven't.
So so a truck came by and asked if I was okay.
Yeah.
And I remember physically shaking. I was physically shaking. That's never happened before. And I remember like looking out at the guy and I just was like frozen, like not being able to talk. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm just telling him that I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I was like bawling, crying. And then all of a sudden I like called Kiana and I was like bawling at this point.
Stayed and he was just on the phone. I was like about to leave work. I was in a scissor lift. Get a call from
Yeah, you're probably like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And I mean, it probably sounds dumb saying that like I went to the ditch, but like it was scary.
It's scary.
It's
Well,
scary.
I've been in 2 rollovers.
Wait, what?
I've been in 2 rollovers. Accidents.
Like 2 additional or just like
no, just one more. Remember? You don't know?
Wait.
You have to know. Okay, so
Okay, let me
we
tell
have
the story.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So I called her, whatever, and then like she's just like trying to call me. She's like, "What? Are you okay?" I'm just like bawling, like I can't even talk. I just was saying how like and then a cop came behind while I was on the phone with you. So I was like, okay, this cop is here. I'm just gonna go and try whatever. And so this cop came and he was very stern. I felt like he was kind of rude and mean, and I was just like, I was just so
That
like,
makes it
scared.
worse.
I know. So he brought me back to his vehicle, checked on stuff. He asked me what my address. He asked me like simple questions that I should have known,
Mhm.
and I like forgot. Like I didn't know. I don't know. I couldn't remember. My mind was blank. And then I mean, nothing happened. I followed him out. I couldn't put the vehicle into 4-wheel drive because I couldn't figure out like where that was. And so he like came over because he knew that I was like having struggles of like getting out. So he came over and I told him I was like, I can't figure out where my 4-wheel drive is. He looked for half a second and like turned. I was like, okay. But like, I couldn't think, like I couldn't think straight.
Yeah.
And and so then I followed him out of the ditch and like I went like 20 miles an hour all the way back to Briggs, and it was horrible. It was scary. Yeah. So that's that. But
So now you know where your 4-wheel drive is.
yes. And is it okay can I turn my 4-wheel drive when my car's on, or should I do it when it's off?
You should on and in
But-
neutral. What do you think?
I've always done it in park.
Oh,
okay. I've done that
in
before.
park or neutral, I
Okay.
guess.
I've done that. It made
Like
like
while
a
you're
weird,
driving,
like,
yeah.
shift, so I didn't know.
Like I've done it like mid-drive, then I have to. If you're driving and you realize, oh, I need to go in neutral, then like or if you're driving and you realize you go in 4-wheel drive, then put it in neutral, right?
I think
And do
newer cars they can handle that. Like with hers, I'd be
Oh, okay,
neutral.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But don't be like driving and do it.
Right. I don't think I've never done that. I just didn't know if it should be off or
No,
on.
Well, I don't know if they'll even do it if your car's off.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is this other rollover accident? When did this happen?
Okay, so
Why didn't I know about it?
there's no way you didn't know about it.
I remember that your car was one of your cars was parked at mom's house.
I've told
and-
3 cars.
yeah, because I remember like 3
So
cars.
the first car, and that was Josh's
I
car.
remember someone ran into
Remember?
like your door. your
Yeah,
car
but
door.
the first car, our first
Okay.
rollover accident.
That was Josh's car.
That was Josh's car.
Yes.
No, that was just Josh's car.
Oh, I thought that was the one that they.
No, that was Josh's car. The second one, I was driving to Sioux Falls because one of his brothers wanted me to. I was going to babysit one of his nieces, and so I was like kind of running behind. And obviously, this was way before kids, even before we had a dog. Oh no, maybe we had Roscoe, but he wasn't with me. But anyway, so it's just me in the car driving. And so I was kind of speeding a little bit because I was a little behind, like running late. And so I was speeding a little bit so I could hurry up and get there because I was going to just babysit or watch one of his brother's kids. And there was an accident that happened. It must have been like right before I got there because I kind of like saw something going on ahead and the car in front of me. And this was like partially my fault because I was following too close behind. So I will say that, but the car in front of me slammed on their brakes. So I had to slam on my brakes, but I was going to hit them. So I turned, I overcorrected, and that's when I rolled.
You turn to the right or the left?
Like the left, and then I landed in the median. So I was up. I had this one for sure. I had my seatbelt on because I landed up in the air. On the car was on its side. I landed up in the air, and I was just like hanging there because my seatbelt was on. And yeah, you never knew about this?
Not that I remember.
Oh.
Like maybe I knew that you were in a car accident. I don't know if I knew that was. Maybe I did.
Yeah. So then that car was totaled, and
Did you? Yeah, I think because I remember you saying that you had totaled.
so that happened. Yeah. And then I remember later on, we found out that the accident that just happened in front of us, it did it shortly. It happened like kind of right before I got there. And it was someone that we knew. It was someone from Vermilion that this happened to. I can't remember. And they were okay, I think, but I can't remember who it was. And then, so that happened. And then I think that it was after that later on where I had another car. Or no, maybe this was our Civic Honda that we used to have, was parked on the side of our road.
Yeah.
And some old guy came and hit it and totaled it.
Yeah. That's right. It was just parked.
But it was just parked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in that.
Were you just like, oh my gosh, if I was you, I would have been freaking out in that car accident.
Well, yeah, I was. It was scary.
Oh my God.
But this was like, yeah, it happened again.
Holy shit. I still can't believe that you felt like you were holding me in.
Yeah.
Cause I wonder if
Yes.
that's like, if my arms
Somehow
were
kept you-
against your arms. Cause I felt like I had, and thinking back, I always questioned this because I maybe had like the door or like I was holding onto the door or the like pushing against like the passenger side, but then like, where would this arm go? So I always question that, like, where was this arm?
Like on the roof or something. I don't know.
I don't know. But like, if it was your arms,
Maybe. But yeah, I just honestly, that's the main thing I remember. Other than like we had the eye contact, I remember just being arms tensed up and like honestly feeling like I was holding you in.
So you might just honestly saved my life.
So you're welcome.
Thanks. Oh my gosh. I've always replayed like how much worse that could have been. Oh, it's true too.
Yeah, we were lucky.
Shit. Yeah, we were very lucky. I can't like can't even imagine if
Anyways,
I'd
yeah.
be nervous.
So that's all I have.
Okay. I feel like there was a couple of things I was gonna say during this, and I can't remember what they were.
Sneaking out was a story that I was gonna tell and I forgot, and that is the thing that I was trying to think of earlier that I could not remember.
Yeah, we snuck out multiple.
We snuck out a lot, and I just remember like specifically one time where we just got into the truck with some guys.
Mhm.
I don't know, who knows, and we're driving away. We didn't even get off our road, and the mom calls one of us. Where are you? I think where are you? You tell me right now. I think because I think that was the one time that we got caught though.
Liz told her because mom like asked.
No. Mom said she woke up and she had a feeling that she should come downstairs and check on us. She went down and we weren't in our room.
Oh shit.
That's why. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I remember okay, so yes, we
But there
snuck
were
out.
multiple times that we snuck out that
Didn't get caught.
that we never
Yeah, we got caught maybe twice.
Not if that.
For sure. Well, for sure
Just
once.
once. Yeah.
So okay, there's two here. So one time we were at a party and this was when we had 99 bananas. I can't smell. I can't look at it.
God, I could not
can't
even
do anything now. Yeah, so we were at this party, and then I remember like I don't know if it was this same night or
Wait.
Wait.
No, I know where we're at. We were at Ryan Angela's house.
Yes.
We went out and we drink a lot of alcohol. We would come home.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if it's this night or a different night where I called mom and was like, hey, like I was asking either to stay the night somewhere or no, it was to stay out later. Like trying to like make up excuses like stay out
I
later.
think
Like,
this was the same night.
someone needs us.
I think
someone
this
needs
was
us,
the
like,
same. I think this is the same
whatever.
night. You
I
asked
think so too.
we asked to stay, and then eventually someone drove us home. And we go inside and immediately we go downstairs to our bathroom.
Right away.
Brush our
Which
teeth.
is not normal.
Mom comes down.
Because
Normally
normally
we go to the kitchen to the fridge to find something to eat. That's
yes,
normally
buy
what we
food
do.
and then just like be like, hey,
But
what's
normally,
up?
yeah, and go
Blah,
talk. So she knew something was up the second we went straight downstairs, and she comes downstairs just brushing her teeth. No, we were dumb.
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah. And then she smelled alcohol, and that was that.
Yeah, because she asked us like, "What were you doing? How was it? Whatever." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's good." Like,
Yeah.
you drink? No, but like, yeah, but you could smell
Yeah, so
it.
she knew. Yeah.
And was that the night? Was that 99 Bananas night?
No, that was at Molly's house, 99 Bananas, I feel like.
Okay,
I think and then I have a tequila story. So my one night, the first night was
when you got drunk.
no, it wasn't
Oh.
the first time I got drunk. It's the first night I had tequila. It was in
Mm.
some party in Elk Point out in the country. And we were drinking tequila and like it tasted so good. It tasted like nothing. It tasted like water. And I was downing it like just
I didn't know
drinking
that.
nonstop. I'm pretty sure you were there. And the last memory that I have, we were with Melissa and she was going to the bathroom outside. We were outside and the last thing I remember is just bam, collapsing. Everything goes black
You collapsed?
and I collapsed to the ground. That is the last thing I remember, which could have ended very badly, but someone brought me into like the barn or house or whatever. And I woke up on under a blanket, but I had like throw up everywhere. That was my tequila. And that is why to this day, I cannot even smell
I
tequila.
didn't know that.
I think you were there. Maybe not.
I mean, well, I don't remember all that.
that's the party at Elk
happening.
Point, in Elk Point.
Yeah,
You know what?
I remember being at Elk Point quite often, but I don't remember the specific thing
Oh,
happening.
maybe not.
And I did not. You basically just passed out then.
That's the only time that I know of, like that I remember just bam passing out. All I remember is everything went black and I fell to the ground. And that was that.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, you're drinking tequila like water.
Yeah, I literally
I did
was.
not.
And that's it. I cannot even smell tequila. No.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I think that was two stories I was going to tell.
When
earlier
was the
that I
first
forgot.
time that you got drunk?
What was my first time? I don't even know. I don't think I had like a
Significant
crazy-
first time.
yeah. I think like there was that one night with our cousins in Sioux City at Grandma Margaret's where like we all had alcohol, but like I don't think I even that night got
No,
that drunk.
no. Because I like
I
tried it.
really-
It was disgusting.
I really don't remember the first time. I don't have a story like you where I just got wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was like a gradual thing. I don't know. I don't remember the first time
And also, not talking about drinking, but I remember, this is totally off topic, not from what we're talking about, but I was going to bring this up that you are more like the fashionable one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do your makeup, you know how to like do like clothes and stuff. And even like decor, I'll just like, it's like random. I don't want it to be that way, but I used to do that where it's just like random.
Like right now?
Well, I don't really have anything up right now.
No, but like when? What are you talking about?
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly like after college and stuff.
yeah. But I feel like I just like kind of had to become that way. Like I just kind of just because like I like moved in a house before you or had kids before you, so then I got more into that stuff
more
earlier.
yeah.
Like, I like doing that kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of like, geez, partying stories. What about like the fact that I turned 21? You must have gone out for our 21st. But
I
I
did.
didn't because I was pregnant.
I did. And I remember, so that was when I was with Lucas.
Oh yeah.
And I remember at that time I'd gotten more into like personal development and like Beachbody and like not doing that type of thing anymore.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was so mad he couldn't get me drunk. Oh, and his friend couldn't get me drunk either. Like I didn't throw up or anything. Like I went out to the 9 and a few places and I didn't really get, I didn't really get that drunk for my 21st.
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything.
Yeah. Well, then my 22nd was like awesome because we got a party bus and
With Liz?
no, were you there for that? Like Katie and Jenny was there and Hillary and obviously Josh was there. And it was like, they got a party bus because, like I didn't have a 21st birthday really party.
I remember that.
And I'm pretty sure
Where at? Like in Sioux Falls?
yeah, Sioux Falls. We went out to eat at Bracco's. Maybe you weren't there.
Oh.
Maybe you were busy with something or something.
Wait, we're at?
Because we went out to eat at Bracco's and then the party bus came and it was like a surprise. But like they all got me that because it was like my 21st. Didn't really do anything because I'd come like, yeah.
Maybe we're on the island.
I don't know. No, you would have been invited. I think maybe you had something going on or
Yeah.
something.
I don't remember.
But-
'Cause I remember eating at Bracco's one time, but
Oh, I don't know.
all right. Anything else to wrap this up?
Oh yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
Cool.
Cool. Every time we do that, like at work, when you said coo and then I said coo, I was just like laughing to myself. I just laughed too.
I remember, like in this, I don't remember why I did this, but in this, I think it was a sisters group. Just all of a sudden, instead of saying cool, I just like
You did.
yeah, I started. I was like cool,
And then we all like coo.
and then I think like Maddie cool, Hannah cool, Liz cool,
And now we're just oh, that's funny.
oh yeah, it makes me giggle.
I need to bring Kenley over here because she was upset that she wasn't coming over. Yeah. But she would have been bored. She wants to see your place. That's why she wants to come.
Oh,
She wants to see your place. So I'll have to bring her over sometime.
So cute.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, after this episode, if you have any other questions, comments, concerns,
Did you get any questions from the latest Instagram story that you had?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Kiana asked, "You guys are twins?" I think maybe because usually on my Facebook, if I make a post, like I was gonna almost do a post today, but I decided not to.
Then you'll get questions.
Yeah, but the first time I did,
Yeah,
like,
if we think of anything, we could do another one. But
yeah. So if y'all have questions, comments, concerns, let us know.
I'm the twin with the kids at home, and Sophie's the fun aunt, the fun tea.
Fun tea.
The fun tea.
Free spirited hippie fun tea.
Yeah.
Yes. With purple hair, which eventually I'm gonna.
You need to go.
I need to chop it to get healthy,
Yes.
and then eventually use healthier hair dye because I'm realizing
No, not hair dye at all. You need to not use hair dye at all for a long time. But you know what? But you need whatever you use, you need to take a picture, a side, a back, and like maybe a front.
I will. Okay. Well, that's that. This is now you know something about my twin and me, and I love you.
Love you. Cheers.
Cool. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.